I really wish that you guys could smell what we're smelling right now, Tim. It's so good in here. We're at Joe's Italian, and this is our second time to be back with you, Tim.
Right.
You are kind of the new, can we still say new, I guess, newish owner?
I'm fine with that.
You know, but you've been, how long have you been here? It's been
Took over 1st of July.
1st of July. So you've kind of gone through almost this 6-month period here. Tell me how things have been going.
Oh, excellent. I mean, I can't thank y'all enough, first of all, for doing this for us and always being interested in what we have going on around here. But it's gone great. I mean, that first month, as we talked about, we kind of had to just do what we could with that menu to get things back on track and make that food the way it should have been in the first place. Then we moved into that next menu where we brought out a couple family dishes that from the past. And then finally, in November, we came out with the big boy menu where we went to 24 entrees, added the steak and seafood options, added lots more stuff that people were asking for, like the manicotti and pasta de la mama and Tuscan chicken and lemon chicken and all those things that we had talked about. So, and then we did the Fall Fest, which you were a big part of. So went great. I think we had a couple guys counting, and each one of them counted over 2,000 people we had out here.
Yeah, so, that's incredible.
Lots of bull riders that night.
Nice.
Out in the parking lot. So we had a blast with that. And so this was the big promise for the new year. And I'm just excited that y'all are here again.
So we're here to talk about a new brunch option, right? That's going to be on the weekends on Saturdays and Sundays, right? So tell me about when it will be, when are we starting it, and then what are the times?
It'll be from 8 to 2. So, you know, we normally opened at 11 for lunch. So with us opening at 8 a.m., we'll still start serving lunch at 11 like we always have. So there'll be from 11 to 2, 3 hours there that brunch and lunch kind of coexist, if that makes sense.
And just kind of get whatever your heart desires at that moment, right? Well, let's talk about this incredible menu, because this is just a sampling of some of the things that you've brought out for us, but I want you to talk me through some of it. Talk to me about the ingredients. What can people expect?
Yeah, so, I mean, main theme here is we're trying to go with just hardcore Southern breakfast. But we do want to add our Italian side and kind of Italian flair to it. So we're going to have some things like a frittata, like a potato cake that we kind of do in lieu of a hash brown. We're going to fancy up the pancakes a little bit.
I mean, look, some of these pancakes,
they're those thicker
looking.
You know, we're obviously going to have our breakfast pizza.
That might be the star of the show. I don't know. Well, I don't know that you could choose a star of the show here, right?
And we'll have some steak and eggs. And, you know, we're going to make sure that we do it right.
Talk to me about the drink options you have here.
Sure. So just traditional mimosa. I mean, how can you have a brunch. With no mimosas? I think that's probably been one of our most sought after things that people have asked for. And then just our Joe's cappuccino. We also do a latte version of this, but you know, we're working hard on just making things that people like. People, you know, that have been asking for, they like them, and that look good.
You know, one thing that you and I talked about a little bit was I love that you're coming in as a new owner and, you know, trying to take it back to the roots, but also really like create this incredible atmosphere here and quality, right? But you're not just thinking of these ideas and throwing them out there, you're delivering on them. And this brunch being one of them that is coming to fruition now. And I know you're excited. I know your staff is excited. And I know we are excited too to have this, because I don't really think there's anywhere around us that offers this kind of a more upscale brunch, right? So I think this is something really, really cool. In addition to this, though, you guys have got, there's more coming. Do you want to share a little bit about that?
Sure. And, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, when we decided to dive off and take this project on, there's lots of dreams and aspirations, right? And so we've kind of had to, you know, bring things online slowly but surely. And so, you know, this is our next step. But we do have a lot of exciting things that are still going on moving into even February and March, where I would say main things would be we have painting parties, which you can get on any of our socials and see how to sign up for those. We're really cool. You get to come and eat dinner, and then after dinner you enjoy a glass of wine while a lady teaches you how to paint your own picture. You have a
I
few
love
choices. There's canvases that you get to choose from.
Mhm.
And then we also are expanding our music program, which lots of people know. Friday and Saturday, we've had some really cool artists coming
Yeah.
through here. I mean, Justin P. Harris. I mean, I'm trying to get him to try out for The Voice this year. But we're expanding that. We've got a little blues duo. We've got a jazz duo that we have come through. We've got some soft rock guys. But we're adding a saxophonist.
Cool.
So Jerry Robbins is his name, and he was Male Jazz Artist of the Year in 2020.
Wow. Okay.
And so we're going to start him on Valentine's night, which is Wednesday, the 14th. And then he will continue to play for us bi-weekly, kind of going through March. And so
I love
we're
that.
excited about that. And then the last thing we had talked about was our themed dinners. So kind of going into this year, we're trying to get these started on the weekend starting in February. You'll be able to get on our website or our socials and be able to sign up for those, and it'll be a ticket that you will pre-purchase.
Right.
And they will be anything from a chef's table where you kind of get to go on a tour of Joe's, and Chef Macon kind of fancies up some of our dishes that are on our menu. We'll have wine dinners where each course will be paired with our sommelier from our wine purveyor that we use here at Joe's.
I love seeing all this new come to Joe's. On my Facebook memories 14 years ago, I wrote that I was having dinner at Joe's with my family. And I love that 14 years later, I'm in here with you and we're still seeing the same Joe's that we know, but in the quality is incredible. We're seeing so much new. You're bringing a new life to Joe's, and we're really, really excited about it. So for anybody that needs more information, what's the best way to keep up with what's going on here?
Our socials. I mean, we have 28,000 followers on Facebook. We also are trying to get our Instagram, kind of make a push with that. But, you know, what you just said is exactly where we want to be. I think the two things you said that hit with me are the family dynamic. I mean, with my family, that's a big reason. I mean, how many times as a consultant have I been in a position where people were trying to get us to invest or go in on a restaurant or take it over or what have you, and we've never done it. But this was just one of those special circumstances where the family here, the family that we call the community that we fell in love with, but then our family that we get to have in the restaurant, whether it's the two older girls that work in the restaurant or the two younger boys that we don't have to worry about being loud and people loving on them, you know, when they're in here. But then going into kind of what you were talking about 14 years ago, you had that on your memories. Well, it's because people love this place because they got to go on the journey with Joe and Mama. They got to live it out with them, with the family. And so you have those fond memories and you have those, you know, just things that stick out in your mind because you remember those smells and those smiles and the sounds and the food and the way that they would come out and interact with you. Well, it's the same thing. We're trying to get, you know, people to understand that that's exactly why we did this and that's who we are. We want them to be able to go on this journey with us.
I mean, he's an awesome guy. I'm so glad you're here, Tim. Brunch starting this Saturday and Sunday, 8 to 2.
There you go.
And then going on after that.
Yes, ma'am.
Saturdays and Sundays. I mean, there's not much more to say, right?
Correct.
This speaks for itself.
Exactly. All
right, Tim. More to come on Joe's. Lots more in the pipeline. We're excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you.